It is not easy being a foreigner in Paraguay. This country is brand new in terms of being on the map as a new place that foreigners come to. 5 years ago, very few expats and digital nomads came here, and the locals here will tell you this, and it's facing this incredibly new, development and it's incredible energy. Now, that being said, us expats have a lot of problems here in Paraguay. And Fluido Spanish School solves a problem that none of these expat groups solve, but I'm gonna get back to that at the end. First, let's talk about Spanglish Social. This is an incredible group run by a young woman named Mariana. And she started this group, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. And it's great. It's such a well-organized event. It's usually their core poster child event is called Spanglish Social, and it's about once a month. And usually there's a theme. They organize some games, conversation cards. It's what some people would refer to as a, language exchange, meaning it's designed to attract locals and expats / foreigners and mix. And people exchange languages there. People often wear a name tag that says what languages they speak or want to learn. And they have lots of activities. She brings in cultural events like dancing. They do things thematically depending on the season. And they also have other events besides their core Spanglish Social event, but you can find them, I think it's spanglishcommunity.com, or if you just Google Spanglish Social, you can add Paraguay in there, you'll find them. Really good, really well organized. They usually charge for their events about 50,000 guaraníes, I think, which is about $8 right now. And that's a great event, often on weekends, but sometimes on Monday nights, I believe. Next up is the original, the OG, Digital Nomads and Expats in Asunción. Now, I'm referring to the Facebook group, but they have a WhatsApp group, and most importantly, they actually own the newspaper, the Asunción Times. This one's founded by I believe, British gentleman named Jake, and he said he came here to Paraguay and nothing existed for social groups, and nor were there any networking events. So if I remember his story correctly, he started this group actually just to make an English-speaking networking event here in Paraguay. His events, they're great. At minimum, they happen twice a week, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. They go all night usually. You can find them, I recommend, on Facebook. The link is in our blog to them. They are, I would say, the most family friendly. Some groups can have an edgier crowd or people who are more into talking about certain things. To me, this group is like the most family friendly. They're original and they're really good. And again, a lot of locals will go and a lot of expats will go. Next up, we have Paraguay Pulse. This one's founded by a young man named Martin, and I believe he's Danish. And he has started some other businesses here in Paraguay. He started a phone company to help people receive text message here in Paraguay permanently, even if they leave the country. He started a car rental company, and he has Paraguay Pulse. And what they're known for are their asados, which honestly none of the expat groups I've mentioned host besides Fluido. But they have asados, and he'll charge usually about 120,000 guaraníes, or about $20 for people to come to his asados. It seems like he hosts them once or twice a week on a rooftop. And they have some other events of theirs. They do a tour of Mercado Cuatro, which is a local market, an outdoor market. Lastly, we have Gringo Night. Gringo Night is run by the owner of Paraguay Pathways, Ale, and he's a young man from Italy. He started one of the biggest and I think best immigration agencies here in Asunción. Gringo Night is a huge party. He'll rent out a club somewhere here in Asunción in a nice neighborhood, and they claim 750 people attend. Lots of locals and foreigners, and this is, I would say, is like the biggest nightlife event that happens that's organized for foreigners, extranjeros. Sure, us foreigners, we can go out anywhere, any time of night, but we're usually, we're in another culture, and it's not really for us, nor does it need to be for us. But Gringo Night is for us, and it's targeted that way, and it looks fun. Big party, really big party. And that's their vibe. Here's the problem with all of these solutions is they don't solve expats' number one problem in Paraguay, which is not feeling at home. This is what happened to me when I came here as a digital nomad in August 2025. I came and all I did was stay in my Airbnb all day, and I had nowhere to go. And I got really frustrated, and I tried to solve my problem by going to Spanish school here and to learn Spanish myself. but I couldn't find a Spanish school that solved my problem. I wanted to have to go somewhere every day on a daily basis for like 4 hours a day. I wanted homework, but I wanted to have group classes with the same people in a nice facility every day and meet the same social cohort every day. And that's what people get here at Fluido Spanish School. Our number one mission is to make expats feel at home here. It's not actually to teach Spanish, and that drives a lot of our decisions. For us, it's not we teach Spanish, that's the outcome you get after coming to Fluido, but the more important outcome you really get here is now you belong somewhere. These expat groups are great. I've been to almost all of them, but they don't give you a regular social routine. That's what I lacked here. I wanted a routine. I wanted the accountability to go somewhere. So I started Fluido Spanish School. We started 4 months ago. I've learned a ton. I mean, we've learned so much. It's been unreal. We now are a team of 6, 7, including myself. You know, look what we have. When we started, we just started in a cafe. And by the end of the week, you know, we started with 1 student, 1 teacher in that cafe. And I was carrying this big printer to this cafe every day and printing out homework, you know, plugging it into the cafe, printing out homework on this big printer. Day 2, we had 2 students and 2 teachers. They weren't the same level, so we couldn't do a group class. And then by day 4, the manager, they called in their manager, like the regional manager or something, who came over and was like, guys, what are you doing? You can't sit here for 4 hours a day printing up stuff. Like, you gotta order way more food if you're gonna do this. And I was like, yeah, I know, we need a new place. So we rented this, and it's an incredible facility here in Villamora, prime location. It's walkable to most of our students. Some of our students will take, they'll take Ubers or Bolts depending on where they live, or some will even drive here, which is a little tough. Parking isn't the easiest where we are, but it's feasible. I'll show you. This is like the front. This is the front of our school. It's in a house. Remember, feel at home. So it really actually works that we're in a house. We're not the easiest to identify where we are. People sometimes accidentally go to our neighbor's house, but just at least as of now, we have this flag up. And there's usually this black gate lifted up. There's not usually this setup, but this is my first time recording in a while, and it's nice. It finally found a setup that works. If you arrive in the daytime, you'll probably see Fidencio. He's the guard who takes care of our street, and he loves to practice Spanish with you. He'll even teach you a little bit of Guarani. There are your expats groups in Paraguay, and if you want a regular routine, please come to Fluido Spanish School.